The first of Australia's retired M1A1 Abrams tanks have arrived in Ukraine border. Defense Minister Richard Marles said the tanks, first promised last October, would make a significant contribution to Ukraine's ongoing fight against Russia's illegal and immoral invasion. More than half of the 49 promised tanks have now reached the Ukrainian army, according to a statement from Mr. Marles, with the remainder expected in the coming months. The lengthy delay was blown out by the need to gain Washington's approval to send the U.S.-made tanks to a third country, and what Prime Minister Anthony Albanese described earlier this year as logistics challenges. In May, when the tanks were first being loaded, a U.S. official told the ABC of American frustration about the complicated undertaking to send tanks that the Ukrainians would find difficult to sustain once in their possession. An Australian official told the ABC in April there was doubt if the Ukrainians actually want these vehicles, which had never seen combat and were being replaced, and which could be vulnerable to drones given their weak roofs. We've been working very closely with Ukraine, very closely with the United States, to see this shipment occur and to see the tanks be on their way, he told reporters in Melbourne. The first tranche has been on their way now for some time, but I'm not going to go into the specific details of that. Earlier this year, operations at a key logistics hub in Poland that will eventually receive the Australian Abrams tanks were stalled after Mr. Trump suspended military aid to Ukraine. But the facility has now returned to normal business. Defense continues to work with the Ukrainian government in line with agreed arrangements for the gifting, including on delivery and sustainment, the spokesperson added. The 49 tanks come from a fleet of 59 originally purchased in 2007. They are being replaced by the M1A2 model. They are valued at $245 million, part of a total of $1.5 billion in Australian assistance to Ukraine. And the gift has been welcomed publicly by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Ambassador to Australia Vasyl Miroshnichenko. Every day we don't have those tanks on the battlefield, more and more people get killed. For us, support is urgent because Ukrainians are killed in large numbers. The ambassador said Ukraine still needs more equipment from Australia to help its fight against Russia, including Hawkei and Bushmaster vehicles. 120 Bushmasters have been supplied, but most of them have been destroyed. They either broke down or they got shot down. Some are still operating, but I don't know how many are left. There are 1,100 Australian Hawkeis out there. I've been requesting them for 3 years now. They are very mobile vehicles. Defense Industry Minister Pat Conroy said the tanks will deliver more firepower and mobility to the Ukrainian armed forces. They meet a direct request from the Ukrainian government and form part of Australia's unwavering commitment to protect the global rules-based order, the industry defense minister said.